I don't care if you've been waiting for Garp to save Kobe all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Blacker Than Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Vista. Smoke me out, fam, with all the dankers and dank shit. On my left, the oldest ninja in the world, Old Ninja.
Since 2015, we've had this bitch jumping. Just saying.
On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choke people out on threes and fours, Kronos.
From the weirdos to the walls.
Oh, man. Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
We didn't hear you.
Yeah, there, that guy. You didn't hear me?
No, that was weird.
No.
I couldn't hear what you did.
I went,
oh, there we go. Remember that guy? Yeah. The guy who, strangely enough, ended his career on
one note.
One note, yeah. Just being too excited, I guess.
We're going to go down, we're going to and like, David Pro made fun of him, which made him infamous.
Yeah. Was it Dean something Dean?
Howard Dean?
Howard Dean sounds about right. Sure.
The Dean scream will forever live in infamy. I like literally when we were just starting the podcast, it came up, and I was like, "That's perfect."
Yeah.
All right, what you got on statistical analysis?
First in the chat is Domino. What's going on, fam?
Oh shit.
And the listener of the week is I cannot pronounce the name because it's in something close to Russian. So
shit, what's it start with? God damn it.
Squiggly A.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. All right. Let me see if maybe I can figure out where this person lives. Yeah. Minsk?
Right.
Yeah, I think it's from Minsk. Minsk,
okay.
Probably the former Soviet Union.
Yeah, right in the Kremlin. All right.
So yeah, I can't pronounce them shits. Sorry. I'm American.
God damn. All right, Old Ninja, what you pouring out? Make sure it's urban and frothy.
Oh shit, Cake Man's there. Sorry. Cake Man's in the house, and Warrior Fella is too.
Oh shit, I haven't seen Cake Man in a minute.
For sure. So actually I'm gonna save this one. But we're gonna pour out, I guess, some wow. Some Mickeys tonight. We'll do some Mickeys. For okay, I'm gonna probably butcher her last name. Do what I can. Patty Yasutake. Yeah. She's best known for her role as Nurse Ogawa or Alyssa Ogawa in the Star Trek franchise. Incidentally, she starred in T.J. Hooker, which was her first acting job, which also starred William Shatner. She was also in Boston Legal and the 1988 The Wash. She died due to rare form of T-cell lymphoma at the age of 70. So, that's what I got.
It's the only person who died this week.
All right, that's all you got.
Everybody else survived.
That's all I got. Yeah, everybody else survived the butcher. Well, there's someone who passed away, but I don't know if he's some guy that got arrested for eating Chinese food. I didn't see. I don't know if it was a joke or if that was a real person. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
That seems implausible, but somebody did get murdered for saying "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." So,
yeah,
you know.
And then some, I can't remember what state it was, but apparently boneless wings, it's okay for them to have bones in it.
What the fuck?
Boneless wing is somehow considered just a way of cooking food. It isn't the way that food should be.
No,
even though
it's
the name
literally
says
not.
boneless.
It's in the name.
Well, it passed federal courts or some shit like that says that boneless wings does not mean it does not have bones in it.
This is why the Chevron deference was pretty fucking important, because some people are morons, yeah. Judges included. Like, if it says something is boneless, it means it does not have bones. It's not a way of cooking. It is the actual fucking product, like the way it's supposed to come.
It's also just a fucking chicken nugget that's been rebranded.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, so the person I was talking about, the guy who got kicked out was his name was Jack Carlson, but he's born Cecil George Edwards. Apparently, he went to an all-you-can-eat restaurant and he got kicked out. But it was purported that he had a stolen credit card, but apparently that's not the case, I guess. But
So-
he's on YouTube. I guess he's YouTube famous. I don't know. I'm
There
not
are-
quite.
for 8 hours and
Right?
Get-
Take a break
get your
in
meat-
between.
get your meal. You know what I mean? And don't be that guy. You know what I mean? Like, God,
Dude,
I mean,
Actually, I've done
I-
that. Sorry, go ahead.
I probably was gonna say
Probably
the same
same
thing,
story.
word, but like
Yeah.
I've definitely gone to places where it's all inclusive. I'm like, challenge accepted, especially with an open bar.
Actually, yeah. So that was yes, but also like when we were in high school, Blue. I don't know if you were there, but it was like one of the things where we went to like hometown buffet for like 3 fucking hours.
Yeah, I
Like we
remember
were
that.
eating because we were teenagers, and yeah, like when I go on like all inclusive shits and I buy like the alcohol package, I make sure that you lose money every goddamn day. So I'm just saying, I'm fucking winning. The house ain't winning. I'm winning.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Yeah, I've seen people like come in. They come in at like the same time, and they come in like ready to eat, and they're literally planning to be there for 3+ hours. Sometimes, like Prodigy said, sometimes 5 or more. Like they'll get like a soft drink, and just like be eat. They'll take little breaks, but they'll make sure they keep it coming. I was like, what the hell?
the pro tip for like the buffet, all you can eat buffet, like experts, you don't fill up on bullshit like bread,
Yeah, no.
rice. Like you go to these things for, like, if it's seafood, you go for the fucking seafood, but you're real selective on what you do there. You know what I mean? You don't fill up on bullshit.
And you come in the between time, like you come in like late lunch or late breakfast, so you
there
can like
go.
hit both of them shits up, like breakfast and lunch, or
Mhm.
lunch and dinner. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
no,
because
there's
when
a
it's
place
dinner,
in
they bring
Vegas.
everything fresh. So there you go.
There's an all-you-can-eat place in Vegas, and this is like top tier. I think it costs like $102 for
God damn.
to be able to get in. But they have like
That's it.
lobster claws
Yeah.
and like legs and stuff like that. And like people, like right when the servers come out and put that shit on the table, just it's like a zombie apocalypse. People are just grabbing it until it's fucking gone. Like I don't even mess around with that. I just go straight to like the steaks and stuff, and that's where you'll find me.
Hold on. I hate to burst kind of your bubble, but 102 is kind of the norm now for all you can eat. I mean, when I
In
went to
Vegas. yeah, because
in Vegas, like, because I went to the one in Bellagio, and that was like 96,
Yeah.
and it was like, and it had like each area. I just a popular thing now, but each area of the buffet is themed. They have like a themed food. Like they had a Mexican area, they had their Icelandic area or whatever. They had their seafood area. They had so the Mexican area is probably the most impressive because they have like a chef who builds your own kind of food very quickly, and he has like this weird. The two that I went to, they had like this weird like kind of contraption. I guess like connoisseurs, they knew what it was. They're all just watch this. I'm like, I don't know what I'm watching, but they have like these like street style tacos made in like 30 seconds, and you pick whatever you want, and they do it for you, and it comes on these little trays and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But it's really fucking good. And then if you want, they have like another side that they cook like different other Mexican style foods, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like authentic shit. And they have like a chef that does it. He's like a bona fide chef. And they also have like the person that does there's always the meat section doing prime rib, steak, ribs, like all that shit. Like they ask you how much you want, and they slap that shit off for you.
You gotta go. Here's the other thing too, though. For buffet, you gotta be buffet fucking hungry. You can't be like play around. Oh, I could eat, but I had breakfast 2 hours ago. Fuck all that noise, man. You got to be ready to fucking eat. Like you haven't eaten in like a day and a half, 2 days and
Like,
shit. Like you starving and shit.
You got to be hungry with an O, not with the U, with an O.
Hungry. Yeah, and a little angry too, a little bit, just a little bit.
Exactly.
Maybe a little
you gotta
drunk,
be ready.
late at night, and just saying you get really hungry,
Yeah.
fill up on some shit.
You know what it is.
Yeah. So that's where I fucked up, because when I went to the Bellagio, I was like, I could eat, and then like all this food is in front of me. I'm like, fuck, there's no way. I had maybe 2 plates, and they weren't even full. And by the time I was done, I was like, well, I'm done. I can't go back.
Yeah, it
was kind of. I mean, don't get me wrong, the food was amazing, but for what I spent, I did not utilize its full potential.
You know, I think there's an episode I want to say on Stuff You Should Know podcast. Might not have been. I'm pretty sure, but about like kind of breaking down like Vegas and podcasts. I'm sorry, Vegas and buffets, because there's like a sea change with Vegas from like going from just a hardcore gambling to like an experience. And so once they, because you know, you can only, yes, gambling is cool and all, and you'll get a bunch of people to gamble, but if you're like, they definitely make more money now being more family friendly and having like more experiences. Yes, you can gamble too, but part of that deal was having more expensive buffets to like bring in better food. Because before they was just, you know, back when we were growing up, like Vegas was known for like cheap buffets, and they were cheap like on all the way around, like monetarily and food quality wise.
Exactly.
And but now, you know, they've really upped their game to make sure that people come in to spend this money and get high quality food, but also like most people, they don't eat a whole lot. So and that's where they make all the money from. So
the shows are all obviously something that they've improved as well, like the Cirque du Soleil and comedy shows and all that, which is really fucking cool. But at the same time, you walking down the strip and you will get handed flyers for all the hookers.
Oh yeah,
all of them.
Yeah, hand them to your kids too. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
They sure do.
They will throw them in your hand, like force you, like you gonna look at this hooker.
You need a babysitter that also fucks.
It's like, I will say partially of what I haven't listened to this podcast, but definitely Vegas has changed since I've been going since like the 90s, because like definitely what Cronus was talking about is true, but nowadays there's like actual attractions now.
Yeah.
Like they're promoting a bunch of shit. So when last time I went, that's kind of what we did. We spent our whole day doing these like attractions and shit. And a friend of the podcast, poor homie Quan, he brought up the fact that they have this thing called Meow Wolf.
Yeah, I want to go there.
What the fuck is this? And like I went there and like I talked about this when I went last time, but it is literally a legit experience because it is extremely hard to describe in words what you go through. And because I thought it was a ride, it is not a ride. It's not a museum. It's like this weird amalgam of like everything entertainment almost, except for like a live concert that's there. And like you can literally get lost. Like you can literally spend hours there because it's all pitch black, not pitch black, but it's all dark inside. Everything, like the walls are painted black, so it's easy to get lost and lose track of time. Because we were there for a long time.
Is this in a casino, like in one of the?
No, it's off the strip. It's like a giant fucking warehouse, and in the warehouse it has the exhibit or whatever the fuck it's called. But then there's also like a mini strip mall. There's restaurants and shit around there. There's a bunch of shit to do, and like Meow Wolf is definitely a good something for the whole family. It may be it's definitely weird, so it won't freak out little kids and stuff. But there's many things to do for the whole family, and they even have like a hidden secret kind of bar for adults. Like you can literally let your kids just screw off. But the problem is you may not find your kids for a couple hours, so you better be careful with that. But it was definitely something. If you go to Vegas, you should definitely check out. Plan ahead. Plan to be there for 4+ hours if you're gonna go.
Yeah, when I was there in Vegas earlier this year, there was like a bunch of stuff to do. Like there's like this whole like mall area that's like in between like two of the resorts. That was really cool. A bunch of shit to do. They have the that crazy like dome thing. They have concerts. Yeah. Now they got Allegiant Stadiums there, so they have like concerts like basically every goddamn night or some kind of event. You know, plus you got the strip with all this other kinds of shit. They have all kinds of lounges now. It's pretty insane how Vegas has really changed over the years. If you want like I think the old Vegas experience, you can still get that. Like if you go to Fremont Street, where things are like way less expensive and just like still kind of grimy. But now it's just like the strip is it's insane.
I will say Fremont is less grimy because they have a brand new like strip style like hotel and casino there.
Oh, do
they have a casino? Yeah, there's my cousin stayed there. So the hotel does not allow children. It is an adult only hotel.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I was like, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, because it completely caters to like the
hookers.
Whole kind of like.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I will say I will say bachelor life, but to couples as well. So
All the floors are
couples,
ridiculous.
bachelors, bachelorette parties, it caters to that, and it's this huge fucking tower, fucking hotel. Like, it has really good views the higher up you go because you can see Fremont Street and you can see the strip depending on where you are. There's more stuff to do. Also, like we're saying, there's still plenty of stuff to do that you can view from your hotel from there. I can't remember the name, but it's a brand new hotel that was there. My cousin stayed there instead. I went up there. It was very, very unique. They had like a nice. It reminded me of Entourage. That's what the room reminded me of. They had like Entourage style rooms. It was crazy, crazy shit.
Every time
So
I'm over there, I always forget about the downtown because it's like not like right by the strip or whatever, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I'll go to that downtown or Fremont Street, but I'm like, there's so much to do on the fucking strip, I get lost and shit. You know
Well,
what I
there's
mean?
like,
Mhm.
sorry, Blue, you were trying to talk for a minute. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. Before I got cut off, I was gonna say the restaurant I was talking about is called Wicked Spoon, and it's inside the
Cosmopolitan.
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took
Let's see how much it is. Though.
when I took Riley to go see Baby Metal and Death Clock, we went to like this. They had like some kids like I don't know what the fuck it was called, but it was dope. Like it was like this tower of like shit that kids could just hang out and like do stuff in, and it was a lot of fun. So there's like definitely way more stuff to do with kids in Vegas now, because like before you just had like Circus for Vegas, and that was basically it, where you could take your kids. But now there's like you can legit take your kids to Vegas and have fun. Like we stayed in the Palms Hotel, and you know we hung out in the pool. They have like an adult pool too, but they have another one that's like open to like families and stuff, and we had a lot of fun there. You know, it's like yeah, Vegas is it's still cool, just in different kinds of ways.
For sure. Yeah, we have. You know what? We haven't gone as like a group. You know what I mean?
We haven't done a lot of stuff as a group lately.
Nice.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's been. I feel like
been a while.
ever since I moved from San Leandro, like
Yeah.
our
that's
group
true.
stuff has not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna
COVID
get
I
didn't
want
help
to
either.
say
What's up?
Rona didn't help either.
No, that made
that's
it worse.
true. Yeah, I want to say maybe even before the.
That's
the
when we
drill.
started doing a podcast virtually, was because of Rona. Because we used to
Yeah.
do it
Oh,
in
yeah,
studio.
We'll,
I think we did it one last time before
We did.
everybody started going everywhere else.
Yeah.
Well,
I remember being there because I left my chair there. I brought my chair thinking that we would be there. I'm like, hey, we have an extra chair here and it was like, a nice little office chair. And then no, we have to go back. I'm like, damn it, I still have the chair.
yeah.
You know what? All the more reason we need to organize a fucking Vegas trip. Like,
We
it's
should.
It's been way too long. That's what I'm trying to get to.
I know what I'm. So I'm
Okay.
like setting up my house to like actually host events again. So I'm gonna start doing. That's like a goal that I have this year. is
Nice.
Maybe do like some fights or something like that, or just have a barbecue, some shit.
Wait,
Just,
Fight
yeah.
Club?
Yeah, yeah.
Vegas is good for
count
like
me
a
out.
fight club.
But also,
Oh.
me and Prodigy and Prodigy's wife, we get to bring back like something we used to do all the time, which is like having the joint birthday party with me and Mishka.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna do that on my actual birthday this year because I'm turning 40 fucking
Older.
5. Yeah,
God damn.
I'm looking
You're
forward to it.
Not young at all, but that's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
And then also really quickly though, it was really nice hanging out with our daughters. And we went to Kronos took us to literally this place in the rural ass East County.
Yeah.
My fucking car temp said it was like 105 or something.
Yeah, it was.
I got out of the fucking car and I was like, where the fuck in the devil's asshole are we? You know what I mean? Yeah. Heard the fucking banjos, but it was a really good time. It was just on like a farm. What was the name of the fucking farm? I can't remember.
Uma Farm. It's in I forget the name of this.
But fucking
yeah. It's not actually not that far. It's like 30 miles from where we live, so it's not that far.
Yeah.
But the further you go east from like where we live, so like when I left my house, it was 82 degrees. When we got to where we're gonna go, it was 105, and it was within 30 miles. So
Yep. Yep.
But it was a bubble party that they had. Even though the kids, I think Riley had more fun with the bubble stuff, but they spent a lot of time on. They had these blow up slides that were like water slides that they just went up and down like for like 2.5 hours, and they didn't give a shit that it was like 105 degrees outside.
Sure didn't care.
Yeah.
Yep. Nah, but that was fun. Really good times. Yeah. Oh man. All right. Where you want to go first? There's all kind of shit going on.
Let's
right
talk
now.
about Deadpool since you've all watched it now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes,
I
I snuck off to go watch it today.
All right, you start us off, Blue. What do you think?
Oh shit! I thought it was really good. Like compared to the other ones, I thought it was just up there with 1 and 2. The cameos were great. They were well done. Like the whole Deadpool third wall thing was pretty funny. There's some parts where it's like I felt like it kind of was moving slow, but then it'll pick up pace again and just action packed all over the place. And since it was rated R, like it was they definitely played on the rated R because there was a lot of blood, a lot of blood, like a whole van full of blood, which was great.
Oh,
What do
shit.
you guys think on it?
Cakeman's gonna be here, and during my birthday, around that same
Oh
time.
shit! Very nice.
I mean, it is his sister's birthday too.
Yeah, that's true.
That's good shit.
Sweet.
I ended up seeing it on Sunday. So I took my kid, but my kid is older. My kid's a high school fucking student, not a second grader.
He's like 12 years old. He's a fucking terrible parent. I'm just kidding.
That's all bad.
The kid is fine in high school, so he went. You know what this motherfucker did though? This motherfucker sure did, like, obviously met up with some of his friends or whatever. He's like, "Hey, Dad, can you sit somewhere else?" I was like,
Oh, this motherfucker! How about you sit
Oh.
outside because I pay for the ticket?
You cramping my style, Dad.
Yeah, I
you,
was like,
you old. Sit up there. Sit in the back.
Yeah.
Dad, I don't want to sit with you.
the
Yeah,
fucking
Dad.
the
Dad,
balls.
you smell like brute and cool water. Get the fuck out of here.
The balls on these kids. But yeah, overall, extremely funny. This is it reminded me of the fun you could have in a comic book movie again. It's been a minute since I had a whole lot of fun in a comic book movie.
Yeah.
I mean, truth be told, not all of them have been great like this, and it was a nice return to form. Like, I don't think I've had this much fun at a comic book movie since like the Endgame Infinity War days. Like those were like 5 years ago. But lots of swearing, lots of violence, whatnot. There were things from even an adult standpoint, like they joked about the whole drug, can't show the drugs or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And that was funny. That was
That shit was
fine. You know
hilarious.
what I mean? That the shit about cocaine, like, we're not going to show you cocaine, was hilarious. They, just for people who haven't seen it, they did not go into the whole, or they did not show like a strip club like the first Deadpool. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
so if your kids are mature enough to handle straight up violence, and swear words and all that, they're fine.
Kids.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
they're
of
not gonna
violence.
see. Yeah, a lot of violence,
hell of a-
but they're not going to see like a fucking actual dick or pussy or balls or tits. You know what I mean? Like, that's not in this. But
That's about. Yeah, they didn't go there, but I mean, pretty much everything else was on the table. Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, overall, really, really enjoyed it, and I want to see fucking more of this kind of shit. I mean, are we doing spoilers at all? We are, right?
We're well
Yeah.
over a week, so yeah, we can spoil.
Yeah. All right. So spoiler alert. I fucking loved a few cameos with like Blade.
Mhm.
X
I didn't know that. I didn't see that one coming.
X-23 was
I
really
knew she
cool
was
to
gonna be in it,
see. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Johnny Storm,
Oh.
Captain America, whatever you want to call him, that was really
That
cool
shit
to
was
see.
hilarious.
That part was
You know?
hilarious. They,
And
well,
As
what's so good
weird
about
as weird as
what-
this is to say, that Gambit was actually kicking some ass.
yeah,
he
I
was
have to say I
doing
like
some
the
things.
Gambit.
That was a fan pick from probably 10 years ago. People that
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
advocating for
Or
him to
more.
be. Yeah.
He did
Yeah.
a really good job. I was like, he portrayed Gambit from like the X-Men 97 basically. Like he had the accent, and like even like when he dealt out his cards, it was like, wow, that was actually really well done. Like
Yeah.
he's living up to the fucking character, and it was pretty fucking badass. But to see with Johnny Storm, that part caught me because I was like, oh, like, because even like Deadpool was talking about like, oh, it's Cap. Oh, look, it's a superhero landing, blah blah blah. And then when he took off his hood, I was like, oh shit, they actually got Captain America up in here. And then he jumped in the air, said flame on. I was like, oh
Yeah. That
I
shit
was
got
hella.
me
I was like, whoa, they got the other Chris Evans.
Had y'all forgotten all about Elektra? Because I fucking forgot.
Well, when I
Like,
saw her, I was
no,
like, oh shit, that's
I
right.
had it-
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
I had it
yeah.
partially spoiled. So I saw rumors that
Yeah,
she
I
was
got
in
spoiled.
it, and I was like, and then people were kind of haphazardly saying she was in it. So, well, she's probably in it, and so yeah, I kind of knew ahead of time.
I had not thought about that movie in 20 fucking years. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah, it was kind of amazing that they got Wesley Snipes in the movie. I thought that was really cool because I thought that him and Ryan Reynolds were still on bad terms. So let me just give
Oh,
like a background story
right.
for all of y'all.
Yeah.
If y'all
I
didn't
love
know,
that.
so Blade is actually why we have the MCU. Because back in the day, they made a series of really shitty Marvel movies, but then they rolled the dice and they made Blade. And the first Blade was dope, and it still holds up to this day. If you watch the first
Best fucking
Blade,
soundtrack.
it's fucking dope. But on the third movie, Blade Trinity, they had Jessica
right.
Biel and Ryan Reynolds as Hannibal
Yeah.
in it. And so what happened was during all the promos and media and all that stuff, they really went hard on Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel for all the promos and not Wesley Snipes, the guy who made Blade
Yeah.
into like this thing. And so he was pretty pissed about it. Rightfully so.
So I don't know if you saw Wesley Snipes' most recent interview,
Oh yeah.
but when he played into it, but he said he said there was never really any bad blood. They just kind of played on it.
Yeah, they kind of
a
played on
little
it. It's, like I said, probably wasn't bad blood against Ryan Reynolds per se, but he definitely was fucking pissed about the promotion stuff. So that's how I was happy to see that like him and Ryan Reynolds are like on speaking terms, and and that he brought him back in the movie, and now Ryan Reynolds is saying that he wants Blade to have like a send off like Logan, like a Logan era, like a Logan style send off for Wesley Snipes being Blade, which I'm like, that's really cool for him to do because he doesn't have to fucking do that. I mean, look at Wesley Snipes has gone through, ever since he was, not paying taxes, he's basically been relegated to being a nobody up until like maybe the Expendables, and even then, like he's done like not a whole lot because he's been he's been blacklisted. And for Ryan Reynolds to like really reach out there to him and have him in this movie again, I thought that was dope. The movie was hilarious. I still have to say, y'all have to watch that shit in 4DX. It was it was amazing in 4DX. I'm gonna keep pushing for that. If you have a chance to watch it in 4DX.
I don't know. I feel like that might be like that's like sensory overload. I don't know, man.
But it is fun. It is really fun.
The movie theater I went to, a quick jump it real quick. The movie theater I went to only had like 20 seats for the theaters. They had like luxury recliner chairs and stuff like that, right? And like at first it was just me in that theater, and then one person came in, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker's gonna sit right next to me. This like, who does that? You don't sit right next to the person in a fucking empty theater. But no, he's at like 2 rows over. But yeah, I just remember when movie theaters, like the seats, like there were just so many more rows of seats. This one just had like 4 rows, and that was it. But all of them were luxury seats. But then again, a ticket was like $15 or some shit. And this was matinee. Remember matinee was like $2?
I remember.
Yeah, I mean, depending on where you go, it can still be that way.
Yeah, there are cheap theaters sometimes.
Kind of jump back to Blade. Did they? Because I kind of stepped away for a bit because I had to like really go to the bathroom. Did they explain what happened to his sword?
No, they don't.
He didn't have the cool sword like he did in the movie.
No, they don't go to that level, dude. He does have a sword or a blade of some sort. But let me give us a quick shout out too. Hugh fucking Jackman, goddammit. Like, to me, he felt like, I know he was second billing, but like almost the heart and soul of this one. Like, he to me, he knocked it out of the fucking park. There were parts when you were just like really sad for this Logan, you know what I mean? And then his fucking anger and rage in that fucking minivan. He was like, you fucking trying to fucking hook up with a stripper or something. I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Just before they get into it, every scene he's in this, to me, he fucking kills it. And it just kind of reminded me, because it's been a while since we've seen him in this. And, I mean, I thought he did like his, at the time, his best Wolverine acting in Logan. And then he comes through with this years later, and he just fucking knocks it out of the fucking park, man. I loved it.
You know what's crazy to
shit.
me is that this dude said that, I think that getting in that big of a shape again is going to be too hard, and this dude comes out fucking goddamn Adonis again. Like he's taking all the roids, but like that. There's like a final scene where they like show him with his shirt off. I'm like, bruh, like what the fuck? Man?
Yeah.
I mean, again, if you go back to the first X-Men movies, like that first trilogy, he's not this yoked guy. He's not shredded or anything.
He kept getting bigger though in the subsequent movies.
He definitely got bigger, but I mean, for that to be like 25 fucking years ago for him to look like this now, like wow.
Yeah. So
the way they worked those three together was pretty impressive. Like with the with the TVA, and we had like Logan and all the other different Marvel universes. The way they put it all together worked really well to tell the story.
Yeah, I
want to quickly point out someone on Twitch pointed out don't downplay Sniper's role in Coming to America 2. I forgot he was in that shit.
Yeah.
He was pretty good.
Yeah,
That was funny.
I mean,
was pretty good,
but he wasn't
he was
like.
in there.
Yes, I'm not downplaying it, but it's like he wasn't. Wesley Snipes used to be the top billing for a movie.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He has not played a lead role.
He was a leading man.
Yeah, he hasn't played a leading role since he had to flee America and then get arrested. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then also I want to kind of remember that back in the day when X-Men started filming, the guy who was originally Wolverine was the Gray Scott, and he dipped out due to an injury, and that role opened up for Hugh Jackman. So he didn't have enough time to get ripped. He had to like do what he could to make the shooting here in America or whatnot.
I don't know. So I kind of disagree on that. I don't think that. So back then, being that ripped was not a thing. Like there wasn't like, I think it was like an escalation of who can get the most jacked. And it wasn't like back in the day, like even like just look at like the old like 90s movies. Like nobody was that fucking big. You know what I mean? Like you had some guys that were except for like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but
and what's his name? And Sly.
Yeah, but that's pretty rare. And even Sly back then, he's bigger now than he was back then by a significant margin.
He is big.
So like
bigger now.
this whole superhero like movie thing where they're all like super jacked, like that just was not a thing back then.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, we're talking about 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
There weren't nearly as many superhero things, first of all, but other than like, Lou Ferrigno, Incredible Hulk.
And even then, like
that's true.
Look at like the Lou Ferrigno, Incredible Hulk, and then look at like look at Hugh Jackman in like the final scenes of Wolverine of Deadpool and Wolverine. Hugh Jackman's physique. He's got to be at least in his late 50s, maybe early 60s. Yeah. His physique is better than Lou Ferrigno, who was a fucking legit bodybuilder back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So,
he's way more shredded. I'll definitely say that too. But yeah, he's fucking got it. It was quite fucking impressive, especially of that fucking age. Hey, did you? Sorry, real quick. Did you guys? Was there any news about like Domino not being there, or like remember her from the second one?
Yeah, Zazie Beetz.
Yeah,
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't see any rumors. Go ahead.
I think there was something that she didn't want to do it because of some race thing, right? I think. I'm trying to remember.
It's probably. I'm pretty sure it's scheduling conflict.
Yeah, it could have been.
Well, I know folks are probably some folks, those kind of nerds, the racist ones. They're probably mad that she wasn't white or chalky, I guess, because
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Whatever.
But also, Brad Pitt's not in it either.
Oh, I know why Domino
Brad Pitt
wasn't
is
there.
in
Was
it. I must have missed it.
There is a cameo of Brad Pitt. It's for like literally like maybe 2 seconds. Somebody that dies like immediately. I'm pretty sure. Let me just look it up real quick.
And part 2, yeah, but he's not in Deadpool and Wolverine.
He is in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh shit!
And it cost him like a whole bunch of money.
Oh, god dang.
Let me.
I must have missed that.
Let me fact check myself, but.
I mean, there are a shit ton of cameos, so it could extremely be possible.
I mean,
Matthew's invisible.
Matthew McConaughey is in it as that Deadpool cowboy.
And Henry Cavill's in it.
Calverine. That shit was fucking crazy.
Dude, the comic book accurate Logan had me fucking rolling. I
That
was like,
fucking
oh
the
my
whole
god,
theater,
dude.
the whole theater when I saw that part, everyone fucking couldn't stop laughing for like a good 45 to like almost a full minute. They're just like,
yeah.
oh my god, it was fucking crazy.
That shit was
But
great.
with-
And,
so-
real quick shout out. Real quick shout out to Cassandra Cain. That actress fucking brought it.
Yeah,
Like,
she did.
I gotta admit, I was not familiar with that actress very much, but I thought she was fucking incredible as, this Charles Xavier's fucking Quinn or whatever. And
Oh
she's
yeah.
scary. She's intimidating. The stuff with the fucking finger mind fucking or whatever.
Yeah,
All
that
of
was
that
love
creepy.
shit worked.
The
All
I
of
love
flesh
the
that
part
was
where she
creepy.
said like how her brother can just do stuff from his mind, but she's more hands on, and then she starts sticking her hand through Logan's skull or Deadpool's skull.
That shit was great.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, but the flesh pool is what got me because I was like, what the fuck? That was some shit right there.
The only... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, this is the first time we get to see the yellow and blue Wolverine costume. What was your guys' take on that?
I thought that worked really fucking well.
Yeah.
I love the contrast between that and like obviously Deadpool in his traditional costume. So yeah, that it looked fucking great. Way better than the fucking leather bullshit.
Yeah, the biker suit.
the motorcycle suit.
Yep.
I thought it was hilarious. The comic book accurate Wolverine. I thought I was laughing so fucking hard when they showed him. So yeah,
He was so tiny.
I mean he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a short guy.
It's fucking
What's
hilarious.
kind of cool with the suit is that like I love the story that played along with the suit. Like, the reason why he was wearing a suit when Wade found him was because of like, what happened with him and the X-Men, and like it kind of ties into why they didn't have the suit in the X-Men series. Like, it just wasn't suitable or whatever, and so he never wanted to wear the suit at all until he finally wore it at like that one point. But I don't know, I just thought that was kind of cool how they kind of tie the suit into the storyline of the movie.
Oh yeah, when Deadpool calls out, we waited 20 years for this. I was like, holy! The whole fucking theater applauded during that scene.
That was cool.
I was like, holy shit!
What was the other thing that fucking impressed the fuck out of me with this shit?
I did like Lady Deadpool, especially knowing her history and knowing who played her.
Who played her?
This is what
That's Blake Lively.
He actually makes a joke
okay,
about her in the movie about like the like one of the
he
movies
just had
or
a
shows
baby?
that she was in. No, to show that she was in. What the fuck was it? Wasn't Gilmore Girls?
Oh, she's Gossip Girl.
Gossip
Yeah,
was it?
Yeah, it's the show
Yeah.
that made her famous.
That's
just hella funny.
And this is I'm fucking not grasping at straws, but like one slight thing that I would have liked to seen more, and maybe they'll fix this in the future. They gotta do something more with his girlfriend. Like she's an awesome fucking actress. You know what I mean? Like
Deadpool's girl?
Yeah, she's awesome.
yeah, like
She's hot.
she's been in all 3 fucking movies, but like she's gotten very little actual screen time. I know it's not her movie. I get it.
They should make her
But-
death. I mean, that would work really
Yeah.
well because
Oh shit!
it worked
that'd
into
be
the
crazy.
Deadpool versus Thanos thing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
That would be crazy.
that would be fucking cool. I did hear something, and correct me if I'm fucking wrong. I mean, definitely fact check. But I thought that in the comics for Deadpool right now, they're actually killing him off and doing a daughter thing, all new, all different. Is that true?
I don't know. I'm very far
No
behind.
idea.
I still buy my comics, but they're literally just sealed in boxes. I need to like. I think what I'm gonna do now is because my daughter has to read 20 minutes of books like every day. I'm
There you go.
just gonna start going through my comics and like reading with her. So as
There you
she's
go.
reading her stuff.
That's good shit.
It'll only take me like 3 years to like catch up, but whatever.
There you go. But yeah, man, this shit was fucking quite awesome. It's making all the monies. Hope it keeps going. Yeah, I'm fucking excited about fucking next steps. And this is the only MCU one we get this year. So
Honestly,
Yeah.
go-
yeah.
well, I'm sort of glad. So I think Disney they had to do some rethinking with the MCU because they were kind of putting out too many movies and too many shows, and I think that they made the correct decision to like kind of slow that down a little bit and maybe rethink what movies they should be putting out, what how much effort and time and like passion they should be putting into these things. Because don't get me wrong, there was like a lot of shows that I liked that some folks didn't like. But I can see how there can be like an overload of MCU stuff. It's a lot. I mean, especially like if you want to really pay. So like even now, like when you're watching, Deadpool and Wolverine, like if you didn't watch Loki, you might be very confused. I'm like, who the fuck the TVA is? You know what I mean? So
yeah, and also it was cool to see some of the like the one chick from Lovecraft Country who's in Loki. She reprises her role in the movie, which is awesome because it shows. If you watch Loki, you know where she's at in the series. That she got elevated from being a pruner or a cleaner. What they call it was a pruner, right? Yeah, basically pruning people from the timeline, and she ends up being like basically a like one of the top executives by end of season 2.
I love the whole concept though, of like the anchor character. That shit fucked me up. I was like, yeah. And
they kind of
you start thinking back, and I'm like, for me, everybody's different, but I'm like, Tony and T'Challa were for me kind of like those anchor characters that I gave way more of a shit about than a whole lot of others. So
I wonder if that whole anchor thing is because of that. Because once Tony died, like the MCU kind of started to go downhill, and then like we lost Wolverine, and the franchise kind of started going downhill as well. Like I wonder if they're playing on that a little bit. Yeah, there's a little inside story. But I was gonna say that I think in Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse they kind of talk about that because Miguel talked about like Nexus, not Nexus Point. What do you call them?
I thought it was Nexus Event, right?
Yeah, that was part of the TDA. TDA had the Nexus canon. Yeah, a canon event, basically something that needs to happen. If it doesn't happen, then that whole world starts to die.
Yeah.
So I wonder if if canon and the anchors are the same.
I mean, it's a fucking fun concept, and I thought that they pulled it off or whatever. Now, I'll have to rewatch it. You know what I mean? In terms of, I was just fucking along for the ride or whatever. So, there may be some plot things that I didn't fucking care because it was just so fucking awesome to watch them fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But entertaining as fuck. I thought even more entertaining than that No Way Home one, which was, probably the last time since Endgame I've had this much fucking fun. So all the way around, I fucking loved it, man.
I still haven't watched No Way Home.
Really? Yeah. It's on Disney Plus now.
Okay, you can stay there.
It's actually not that bad. Wait, that's the one with Toby in them, right?
I heard good things about it.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
It's probably the best one.
It's better, it's better than the other two.
It's definitely it's definitely the best one for the Tom Holland trilogy for now. But I mean, I felt like there was so much shit happening in Deadpool and Wolverine that warrants a second viewing, just so you can see. Just so you can catch everything that was going on, and like the innuendo and like the cameos, because there's cameos. I'm pretty sure I missed. Obviously, if Brad Pitt was in it, I missed that. There's just a lot of shit that was going on. I love the dog. The dog hole was fucking awesome. There's just like crazy shit. It was fucking hilarious to me.
Isn't dog food like the actual dog? Isn't it like the ugliest dog in the world right now?
Yeah.
Like it's like an actual thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It looks funny. It looks like a tumor with a tongue hanging out of its mouth.
Yeah, and the thing is, the owner of the dog, they get paid. If you win, you win prize money.
Oh hell yeah!
For sure.
As if they had anything to do with making their dog ugly. It's kind of funny.
But still, it was just a crazy ride. Seeing all the like secret stuff, like a dead fucking Ant-Man. Seeing the actor who originally played Pyro in the X-Men series back again. You see Taylor Mayne. There's Tyler Mayne back as Sabretooth. Like, so much shit was going on. I had a great time with it. We loved it. I saw it in a packed fucking theater on a fucking Monday night. It was packed. And like it was like several rows. It was like one of the Dolby fucking cinema shit. So those are fucking huge. And every seat was fucking taken. It was fucking crazy.
Wait, wasn't Cable and Deadpool 2, wasn't that also the guy that played Thanos?
Yes.
So kind of Deadpool already fought Thanos, and so I think he even mentions it in Deadpool 2.
He
calls
does.
him Thanos.
He does.
This shit is great.
It was great. So it's kind of so we didn't see Josh Brolin either. It'd be cool to see him return in either
Also,
form.
I was looking to see about Domino appearance, and like, no, she's not in it. And apparently, the article I was reading or skimmed over basically said that the reason behind it is still kind of mucky, but the person who wrote the article said that it actually was a good thing because her talent would have went to waste because she was really good in Deadpool 2.
I liked her.
She just had I don't know, she had on-screen presence, which I liked a lot about her. She was fun.
I'm sort of glad they didn't have this actor in it per se, but it would have been cool to see like a prop in the background, and maybe I missed it in the void, but they actually gave Ghost Rider 2 fucking movies with Nick Cage.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, there was a nod to Ghost Rider. There's a part when the van busts through the flames and like the wheels are on fire. I mean, it could have been just because they ran through a wall of fire, but again, the wheels were on fire, and like it was almost like the Mexican Ghost Rider, Jaime. Is it Jaime or?
Yeah, I almost said Jaime Reyes, but that's Blue Beetle.
Yeah, Blue Beetle.
Was that? Maybe I blocked this out of my mind. Was that the fucking Galactus from the Fantastic Four movies in the void? The cloud bullshit that was chasing them.
Oh, that was in Loki.
So.
It's in Loki.
No, that's in Loki. Yeah, that's in Loki.
Okay.
That's in Loki.
Yeah, it was in Loki. They showed the monster.
Loki's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's season 2. That's season 2 enemy. When they go to the end of time, they see that shit. That's what's crazy.
Okay.
No, season 1 they show it because season 2 is him like bouncing all over the place.
True,
because he had already they had already killed the he who should not be named.
Yeah, so I think it's in both seasons. It's just you see its face in end of season 1.
Gotcha.
In season 2, it's like chasing him still too. So it's a lot of shit.
Good shit. Let's switch it up a little bit. You still messing around with these foodies? Old ninja.
I knew you were gonna mention it. Yeah, I beat the game, and now I'm like, I guess I'm in the end game content because there's shit that I haven't finished or done, and like the end game adds new bosses. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm just like, oh, I guess I gotta beat these fucking big ass fucking creatures now, and then get ultimate foodies. And so it's very funny.
New bosses?
There's variations of new bosses after you beat the game. And they're only on hard mode. You have to switch the game to hard mode in order to tackle them. So I'm like, what the fuck? And they just added one a week ago. So they added a new boss in the hard mode. And I'm like, fucking A.
They added in new heroes too. So
yeah, so they added. So apparently, I don't have this hero, but according to B-Boy Frost, this hero is kind of like you have to like time your shots to the beat. Like you're in Space Channel number 5 kind of shit, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a ripoff of that character in Overwatch.
Which one?
Okay.
The black dude on the fucking rollerblades.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't played that.
From Brazil. What's his face?
Yeah.
With Fruitios or whatever.
Lucio or something like that.
Lucio, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I have Hi-Fi Rush, and I haven't played it yet, but I imagine it's kind of like that too, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to find out probably in the next couple of weeks. But apparently, I don't have this character unlocked. I'm probably going to start grinding for this character. Another thing that's kind of funny is that they released a summer, cosmetics. And some of these the chicks, some of them are wearing a fucking thong and heels and shit. And then you can customize the way they look, so it looks all fucking crazy. Like, pretty much stripper, pornish looking characters running around in, the fucking common area.
Damn, Domino's fucking shit. Calling you a peasant.
Oh, wow.
Apparently she carried you to the end game.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Damn.
She did not carry me to the end game.
Can somebody else not double jump, or what's going on here?
No. I stopped playing because I was playing Call of Duty for a little bit. So she got ahead of me. I'm like, she's like, you need to picture where I'm at.
What had happened was.
Yeah, no, So I'm just like, whatever, I catch up. So we ended up I ended up catching up towards her. We ended up beating the game together. So
let's be real though.
She got her points off. Yeah, kudos to you. Wait here, golf clap. There you go.
Let's be real though. She started playing much after you. Way later.
Like I just said, I stopped playing for a while since you were not paying attention.
No, but she
That's why you get F
she
and cut.
started playing much later. You had already had like 2 weeks in the game.
No, not much later. She played like maybe a week later, and then we played together. I went back to help her, and then she patched me after I stopped playing.
I wish I had a sound of like a shovel in the dirt, just like keep digging a fucking grave. You just keep just digging and digging. Just stop with the excuses, bro.
There's no excuses. I caught up to her, and we beat it together. So she didn't beat it before me. So I don't want to hear that. And I got more footage than she do. That's why she's mad. So, that's why. So there you go. But yeah, I'm playing the game for a free fucking game. It's actually pretty fucking fun. So
yeah, all right.
If you got nothing else to do and you don't want to spend money, fucking download the First Descendant. I know there's other free games like Valorant is out. I guess what's the one you played, Concord? That's coming out like later this month or something.
Yeah, I played Concord, and then can we segue a little bit?
Yeah.
So shout out to B-Boy Frost. He was in the Discord last about a week or so ago, and he had an extra key for Marvel Rivals.
Oh yeah.
And so I grabbed it and hopped on it for the the beta, the closed beta, and honestly, okay, there's good and bad. Okay, the good part is if you like Overwatch, this game is fucking dope, like heroin. If you don't like Overwatch, then I mean, just don't even fucking play the game, basically, because it is basically Overwatch with Marvel characters, and they're all like really fucking different. And I don't know, I didn't play any of the tutorials per se. I probably should have, with like multiple characters, but I didn't, and so like it took me a little while for like somebody to click with who I like playing as. Ended up being that I like playing as Adam Warlock, which is weird because like you would think if you're a Marvel, if you read the comics, like you would think Adam Warlock would just be a fucking powerhouse, right? Like he would just be able to destroy everything. No, like this is not. He's not like that. It's something with Magneto, which I didn't play as, but so basically he's a support character, which is weird. So like I could heal from afar and then shoot people from afar. He's basically like Zenyatta.
Oh, but,
yeah. So it's like perfect for me, but it's not like. So if you're a comic purist, some of these characters don't make sense on how they play, but it's still fun. So if you want to play as like a normal-ish character, like a Soldier 76, just play as fucking the Punisher. He plays like a normal, like character.
Shooter.
Yeah, like a shooter character. A lot of other ones they play like vastly differently, and there's also like a really weird. Balancing, like they really need to like balance some characters out. Like Venom was like kind of OP if you're good with him because he does like a fucking ton of damage like immediately.
Yeah.
So he's like hard to deal with. There's a few other ones that are hard to deal with too. The Hulk takes like a lot of damage and he could just like wreck shop, but he has to get in close for the most part. A couple things that are kind of different from Overwatch is that there's destructible environments. So yeah, but you don't kind of, unless you play for a while, like you don't know which environments are kind of destructible or not. But you can shoot through some of the walls and some of the covers and all that stuff. So that is neat. The basic gameplay in the beta was basically like Overwatch. Not capture the flag, but basically like hold a territory for a while and then go to another territory, hold it. They had like follow this whatever fucking random object around to like get it to like the next area and shit like that.
The payload.
Yeah, it's got a payload thing. So those are kind of lame, but playing as like the heroes that are like all vastly different is fun. Like Rocket being like a sort of support class too was fun because he does damage, and he has like support class. Another thing that was cool that is not like Overwatch is that certain characters, this is sort of more comic specific, is that they have like synergistic abilities. So like, and it'll tell you like as you're like picking characters, like your character works good with these other characters, and like a good example is like with Rocket. If you're playing as Rocket and somebody else is playing as Groot, you can link up together where like Rocket will jump on Groot, and then you'll have a larger health pool, and you can just fucking wreck shop. So there's like a bunch of other things like that.
That's fucking. You may have sold it just with that because obviously you've seen that in the movies, you've seen that in certain things, and whenever Rocket jumps on top of Groot, it's fucking mayhem. So That sounds fucking awesome.
But you have
You know who else did?
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, you know who did that? Teen Titans Go.
Oh,
Yeah.
I watch Teen Titans Go
Right.
in a minute, but I'm just jumping in,
Trash.
talking shit.
you cannot.
Is in terms of like it's 6v6 or is there PvE too?
There's
or
no. It was just. I think it was just 6v6 when I played. There was no PVE yet, but it's also it's closed beta, so I don't know
Okay.
what the when the game comes out. I don't know what the modes will be. So
Okay.
you got like a real basic kind of sampling of what it could be like, and it was still enjoyable for me to play. I had a lot of fun. And like I said, it just took a little while for me to like click with a character, you know. And so they have like when it comes to like balance, like some of the larger like damage dealers, they have a way smaller health pool than everybody else, you know.
Right.
So and that was kind of lame with like I think Adam Warlock, because he had a small health pool too, but he doesn't deal a lot of damage, but he can heal a lot of people. And he can also put a respawn point, which is kind of dope. So,
Did it feel like they? And I know this is a beta, but did they have like the voice acting that was kind of cool for some characters?
it was acceptable. It wasn't like it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was good or great or even good, but it was acceptable.
Okay.
So,
And no like loot boxes or any of that bullshit.
not.
Or
I
no?
mean, not in the beta, but I would expect there to be because I think it's going to be a free game when it comes out. So I would expect that kind of shit to come out when the game comes out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be free when it comes out. I expect loot boxes. I expect fucking battle passes. All that fucking extra bullshit. So
That I mean, I was talking to B-Boy Frost earlier this week or late last week. He fucking was excited and impressed, kind of giving the same review as you did.
yeah, it's fun.
Really fun. So we'll fucking see. You know what I mean? I always kind of hold my breath on comic book games of late, other than the Insomniac stuff. But hopefully, this is a fucking winner. Let's see.
Yeah,
you know?
it definitely has potential, but like if you play the game when it comes out, like really pay attention to like the special abilities, because those are like I feel like I don't know if there was a tutorial like for every character in the game in the beta. I just didn't do it, but if there is, definitely do those because like I didn't understand like all the extra shit that came along with these characters at first, and so I wasn't good with these other characters. But I felt like with like Adam Warlock, it kind of clicked with me. But like so, Spider-Man was like fucking weird because you could like you could use your webs, but they're very limited. They had to regenerate to like stop somebody, and then you could like web into them and then like uppercut them in the air, do some melee shit. And if you need to like get away, it was like another like timed thing of like kind of hit. It's kind of like hit and run tactics, but you have to really pay attention to like your countdown timers.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's why I'm saying like, and it'll tell you like when you pick your characters, it'll show you like how difficult they are to play. So like that's kind of an indicator on like what kind of gamer you are. If you're like really methodical, then yeah, go for like the higher difficulty ones. But if you're not, then just go for like the fucking Punisher and just shoot shit. So
let me ask you a quick question. They may not have the full roster yet, but I mean, going back to old school Marvel versus Capcom and X-Men versus Capcom, did they have like some X-Men or or did they fucking?
Were there X-Men in there? Yeah, Storm was in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of other X-Men, but the only one I can think of right now is Storm that was there. But it was like they had like Jeff, the fucking the shark.
Oh,
so it's like they have very obscure. Apparently, he was like OP in the game. I didn't play as him, but yeah, people were like complaining about he was so OP, and they had Thor, who was like another character that was like kind of weird to play as, because they have different mechanics. Like there's cooldown timers for like his abilities. So other than melee, which is like it's interesting, and I feel like it was like a kind of a slower game to play, unless you're like a highly mobile character that had like I said, like even came like Spider-Man. Yes, he's mobile, like you can web swing around, but the web swing, there's a countdown timer, so it's like it's a cooldown thing. So which makes sense because if you could just like hop in there, web up some folks, uppercut them, and fucking kill them, and then jump right out, and then heal yourself. So I get that, but you have to like adjust to that.
He's a really powerful fucking character.
Yeah, same thing with Venom. Like he has the same ability, but yeah.
So there's a character that B-Boy liked. It's the girl who threw. She like had ice. She would make ice
Yeah.
skates, I guess.
Yeah, she was lovable.
Is she an X-Men? Luna Snow?
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah.
Is she an X-Men?
I think so, but I don't really know. I'd have to look. She looked like an X-Men, but
Yeah.
she was like one of the more kind of obscure, like newer X-Men.
Gotcha. I mean, there's thousands of fucking Marvel characters, but obviously between Avengers, Guardians, and X-Men and Fantastic Four, you should have your fill, especially when you talk about the villains as well. So
Let's
yeah,
see.
let's fucking go.
Luna Snow is Agents of Atlas. She's South Korean. Okay, so she's an agent of Atlas.
Okay.
So this is like, this is a kind of a more obscure Marvel character, which is cool because, I think that people. Oh, she's an Inhuman, in an Ice Elf hybrid.
Let me be perfectly fucking honest. I was exposed to Rocket Raccoon through Marvel vs. Capcom. I had never heard of Rocket Raccoon. And I started playing that game, and I was like, "Who is this fucking talking raccoon with this giant fucking gun?"
Yeah.
That's how I learned about him. Way before the Guardians movies and all of that, when he was super obscure. And I read fucking comics, but I didn't know about Rocket.
Yeah, most people. I mean, you didn't know about the Guardians of the Galaxy unless you were like super into like the Infinity Gauntlet like saga thing back in like the 90s, because they weren't really a big thing. They're a big thing now, but they were so obscure back then.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, you can have some cool characters and learn some goddamn shit. So yeah, when does it drop? When is it finally released? Do we know that?
Let me look. I think it's like later on this year.
Oh yeah. So B-Boy says Magic is in there. So she's an X-Men.
She is. Yeah, she is an X-Men. Yeah, I did want to play as her, but the beta's done. So
Magic's a pretty fucking badass character in the comics, so I'd be curious what she's doing in that one.
Yeah. So it's there's no Q1
No
or
release date?
Q1 or Q2 of 2025.
Okay, so they got time to
plenty
really
of time to like fix shit. I'm not. There's a lot of games that are coming out this year. So it's fine.
Yeah, there's gonna be fucking plenty of fucking shit to play.
I think Black Myth Wukong comes out soon, and so does. Oh, actually, what comes out in September, I'm really looking forward to, is Space Marine 2, Warhammer 40,000. It looks really fucking good. That's like one of my picks to be like kind of the low key, like 8 or 9-ish game of the year. So,
was
there beta for that?
There's no beta for Warhammer.
So, is Warhammer, and forgive me for my fucking ignorance, but is it like real-time strategy or is it shooter?
No, this is a third-person shooter.
Okay.
So, and it looks like the graphics look amazing. They have like this really cool thing where they have like this horde mode that moves as like a single like entity. So like I should probably show you guys some videos of it, but basically they have like a horde of like, you never played fucking StarCraft. It'd be like the Zerg, but you didn't play StarCraft. Like a bunch of like fucking tiny aliens like coming to kill you, but like all in mass. Like a horde of like really fast
like
fucking ants.
So if I put it in Diablo terms, like kind of like that top-down view, right?
No, it's not. It's third person shooter. It's a third person shooter, and there's co-op. So it's a 3-player co-op, which is fucking weird, but whatever. It looks like a lot of fun. Like you're kind of plotting, like you're kind of slow, like Gears of War, but you do a shitload of damage. And you have like these chain swords that do a lot of damage, and there's like different classes of hero types, and there's like these what do they call them? Like counter cues. Like when an enemy's gonna attack you, you can counter them and like do like Doom 3 style fucking kills with them, like ripping their heads off, tearing their arms off, and like stabbing them with their fucking claws and shit like that. Like it's a mix of like a lot of really cool shit in gaming right now. That looks like this could be like a really great game. Everything I'm seeing so far, it looks like it's really great. And they pushed it back a couple times. It was supposed to come out like last year. and it looks like they've refined like what they're gonna do. So it looks good.
That sounds fucking fun. Like you may have fucking sold me on that. That you said that drops this year later on in the fall.
No, early next year. Early next year.
Okay. Shit. God damn.
And what's really good about the fact that Space Marine is coming out and looks like a really good one. There's a ton of fucking Warhammer 40,000 games. A ton of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them aren't good. The best ones are like the strategy games, which I used to play. But a lot of the other ones they're not good. But Henry Cavill is a huge Warhammer 40,000 guy, and he's actually I think it's to Amazon. I'm pretty sure linked up with Amazon to make a Warhammer 40,000 show. So this could be a really good segue to like hype the show.
Hey, let's fucking go. We've seen a lot of good comic book adaptations of late with Last of Us and Fallout. So let's
do it.
Make it out.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't it Warhammer? Isn't it like the little micro, like the little character? Like there's a game board thing too, right?
There is, but most people,
Yeah, because I know Henry Cavill is like a huge fan of that because he like has streamed him just out there like painting the little figurines, but like little figures for
the figurines.
His board. Yeah,
I used to have them. I used to have them too. I used to go to like games and something in Fremont to buy figurines and like paint them and shit.
Nerd.
Yeah,
that place is still open.
That looks dope. All right, old Ninja, what is this shit? Now you seem to believe that this Star Wars Outlaws is going to be like Red Dead Redemption 2. What is this, man?
You seem to believe that this game is going to be shit, and you've been wrong a few times in this podcast. Actually, probably more than a few. I mean, let us not, in honor of Stitch, you thought that Deadpool and Wolverine or Deadpool 3 would not be rated R. And
I sure
you were
did.
wrong about that. And so, I mean, what I have seen so far, I have liked a lot. The thing is, there's been, I guess, trade magazines or online editorials that have played 2 hours of the game, more so than anybody else that's fucking out there right now that is talking shit that have not played the game, versus people that really liked the game after playing it for 2 hours and what they liked about it. However, the one thing that a lot of the fan base is very vocal about is that, one, it's a Ubisoft game. A lot of people just dislike Ubisoft for various reasons. Another thing, which I kind of get behind, is that a lot of the story DLC content is locked behind the season pass.
Correct.
So in order to get this content, you have to buy the season pass. And I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. Why can't you just buy the story content separately? But now it's like behind like a wall. So a lot of people are very upset about that, which I get. I totally get. However, playing the base game is going to be my only concern. I don't give a shit about the fucking season pass or the DLCs. I can wait for that kind of shit because that shit, if you remember, when Batman Arkham Arkham Knight, that had a season pass when it came out, and people were confused because it's a fucking single player game. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do in the season pass? And it was like mostly skins and shit that came out with it. And if you waited a year, literally 12 months later, the season pass was like $5. And originally they went like $40 for that shit.
I think that you probably shouldn't mention Batman Arkham Knight because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it took a super long time for that DLC to drop. I'm talking about 6+ months.
But they still had the season pass. And it did, and their first DLC was Batgirl. And
saying
Batgirl
they still got
separate.
a DLC, yeah, it's still like that's a bad example, bro.
It's not a good sign. But I will also say this. I mean, there has been, maybe it's early on. Hopefully they fixed it. But there's been some really wonky looking demos of this game that people have been fucking shitting on because you'll see
wonky.
Here's what I mean by wonky. You got whatever the name of the main lead is, I forgot her name, walking up behind a stormtrooper and like backhanding the stormtrooper and the stormtrooper fucking flies away or whatever.
No, he didn't fly away. She knocks him out. And you posted this video. She literally drops him where he stands.
Yeah, but
I mean, we had a whole movie where this guy with the stick beats the fucking shit out of them.
It's a weird looking backhand as well.
Hold on,
like,
Prodigy.
Okay.
Hold on. She could be a pimp. Okay,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
her pimp hand is way strong.
Yeah,
that
pimp hand
fucking
way strong.
backstroke.
Yeah,
With the galactic force behind it.
yeah. I mean, maybe she has some Jedi powers, but it looks fucking odd. I'm saying this now. I highly fucking doubt that this is Red Dead Redemption 2. Let me just make
that's a stretch. Yeah.
Let me make sure we're on the same fucking page. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a motherfucking masterpiece. And almost everybody universally agrees with that shit. It sold over 65 million fucking copies. It's got like a 97, 98 on Metacritic. It's a fucking must play. If you like fucking video games and open world games, Red Dead Redemption 2 is something you pretty much just have to play. Everybody knows that it's fucking high tier. I don't believe that this is on that level, but if it is, I'll come on here and say, oh, I was wrong about it.
Let's use evidence-based, backing here. There is not a single Ubisoft game that I can think of that is on the same level as Red Dead Redemption 2. And I am not a hater of Ubisoft games, but there isn't a single. You could name all the Assassin's Creeds, all them shit. I can't think of a single fucking game that is on the same level as Red Dead Redemption 2. Not one.
Oh, wait, what about your? Because you really like the Far Cry series.
Yeah, I did.
There's a couple Far Cries are on there.
They're not Red Dead.
No, recent one.
No, they're fun. I love the games, but they're not Red. Red Dead. Have you played the fucking game?
I own the game. I bought it when it came out.
Did you play the game?
I beat the game. It's the only Rockstar game I've ever finished.
And so, do you think? Name a Ubisoft game that you've played that is on the same level as Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, I'm not saying that it's going to be on this level. Prodigy is saying that it's going to be on this level.
No. Hold the fuck on. I posted a goddamn article with, I think it was Games Radar, with literally whatever the fuck, a games journalist saying they played the first 4 hours and literally compared it to Red Dead Redemption 2. And I said, that sounds like fucking horseshit. That's what I said.
You said, so you posted on Twitter X that people were talking about the paywall, like, because the story DLC talks about Yondo and the Lando mission, and you posted that this sounds awful. That was your post.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about here, though. I'm talking about.
And then
that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about the literal. Hold on. I'm talking about the literal article that said that Games Radar or whatever it was that talked about this game is Red Dead Redemption 2 in space. That's the shit that I think is going to be bullshit.
Yeah, sorry, I thought Odin just said that, but yeah, that's incredibly incorrect. Whoever that journalist is needs to, I don't know, play more video games or something. I feel like that's either that person's really young, which sorry to say, but I got some wisdom now, or they just they have a really weird mindset.
Or they got paid by fucking Ubisoft. I don't know what the fuck.
So, just to be clear, I did not agree with this. What I said is, how you said this game looks awful, and I said, how do you know if it ain't RDR Red Dead Redemption 2? Did you play it?
Okay, that was my
response.
That's where I'm coming from. Okay.
I'm saying that it is highly unlikely that this is anywhere close to Red Dead Redemption. I'm saying it loudly. Yes. I don't think.
Okay, that's fine, but to automatically say this before the game's fucking released, without even playing a demo or a beta,
we know Ubisoft.
That's where that's where my statement came from. Unequivocally, I can tell you that there is literally I'll give it a 3% chance.
Yeah,
that it's because like I said, every single Ubisoft game that I've ever played is nowhere on the level of Red Dead Redemption 2. And I am not a hater of Ubisoft games. I enjoy them, but they are not as good as those fucking games. And even suggest the contrary is fucking ridiculous.
That's exactly what I'm saying on this. Now, could it be a decent game? Maybe.
Yeah, for sure. It could even be good.
Maybe it is a decent game, but to compare it to masterpieces, you better be fucking on point and accurate with that shit. Like you better have your fucking shit knocked off, like your fucking lights knocked out from how amazing those first few hours are to even make that comparison. It's actually not even fair to the studio at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's really
I mean,
hard.
so
they don't
I
spend the
get,
time with Rockstar.
I hear what you're coming from, but I'm more willing to give the game a chance than you are. Because I plan on buying the game. I buy literally almost every single Star Wars game that comes out if I can afford it, despite whether it's good or bad. I have fucking Star Wars Squadrons. I bought that shit because day one because I like flight sims and I didn't give a fuck. But I played the shit out of the game. I played it twice, and I plan on.
That's fine and all, but
And I have not played a game, a Star Wars game since Jedi Survivor, and Jedi Survivor was an excellent fucking game. Excellent.
No,
game.
here's the
was
thing.
was Jedi Survivor better than Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh. No.
No. The
I'm
answer
gonna
is
say no, but I would say pretty close to even.
It looks pretty close to even.
yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Wait, have
Why
y'all played
you
Jedi
always
Survivor?
lying?
Have y'all played Jedi Survivor?
I played.
No.
I played
I mean-
the first one.
That's Fallen Order. That's not
I
Jedi
played Fallen
Survivor.
Order. Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay. Well,
I plan on. I'm not hating on Fallen Order,
plan on
or
is not
Survivor.
playing.
but okay. But be honest, old ninja. I know you like Star Wars. You literally looking into the fucking camera and telling us there's basically even Red Dead Redemption 2 and of a Survivor. Yeah, getting close.
Yes, naysayers. There you go. There you go.
Lying motherfucker, man.
It was nominated for Best Adventure Game of the Year, and rightfully so.
Hey, I'm glad that you are so
for
old.
the game,
Hey.
9s and 10s.
Oh,
for the
Ninja.
game.
I'm glad that you're so old that Jesus died for your sins.
Wow.
I'm just saying, because you're just up here just fucking wilding out, lying like a
I was
motherfucker.
hungry. I was hungry.
Like Nick
and I
Cannon's
needed
at the
some
door.
funds. That's it. I mean, I'm the only one that's played the game. Why don't y'all get the game?
You ever played fucking Outlaws?
No, I'm talking about Jedi Survivor.
Let's get back to the point, though.
No,
The point was about Outlaws, not about fucking Survivors, which is not as good as Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, it's not. It's not.
Dude.
I will say it's about even.
It is.
So that. Wait until y'all play it. I mean, y'all up here disagreeing, but y'all haven't played the game.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna fucking download.
Y'all saw the reviews that speak for themselves.
Do I have it?
So
Hold on.
Maybe you have it,
All
Kronos,
right.
but fuck, man. I mean, and again, Red Dead Redemption 2, my first playthrough was rough, and I fucking stopped. And then when I played it like the right way or whatever, white hat, I was like, God damn it, this is a goddamn masterpiece.
Use the right gun.
Get the right gun, fucking. It
I
lets
got
you
Fallen Order.
kill. It lets you kill Klansmen. Is there a better game than that?
Yeah, come on, man. There are no Klansmen in fucking Star Wars.
I mean, it's like they're space Nazis. So
Jesus
But they ain't Klansmen, though.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Nazis hurt somebody, but they weren't my people. Just saying.
The fucking Klansmen were literally having a fucking rally, burning crosses and shit, and you just roll up on them and just clean them out. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? With that slow down time, and throw some dynamite at them, whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like killing Nazis. Like, that's just to be perfectly clear. Killing Nazis is fun as fuck. But I think killing Klansmen hits a little closer to home.
Yeah, that's a
So I think that there's not enough. They need to have more games where we kill Klansmen. There's a lot of games where you kill Nazis. A plethora of games where you kill Nazis. There's a fucking small handful of, and we know why, but there's a small handful of games where you can kill Klansmen and racists, like just carte blanche.
Also, let's be very fucking clear. Red Dead Redemption 2 had the fucking vision to not only give you that freedom to kill the Klansmen, but it also did not hurt your ethical
Reputation, yeah.
your reputation.
right.
Yep.
That shit,
And it go up or down.
that shit spoke fucking volumes. Because anybody else, like civilian wise, you kill, you'd
Yeah.
like lose your reputation. You'd have a bounty out on you. For Klansmen, didn't fucking matter. Kill them all as much as you wanted. I was like, holy shit, you guys get it. You understand. That was great.
Yep.
Just fucking Tiger.
And just like the whole the systems in Red Dead Redemption 2 are like so much deeper than any fucking Star Wars game. Of like the commerce system, the bounty system, the hooker system, the fucking getting drunk system, the fucking the fact that in Red Dead Redemption 2 they hid the whole first game in the game.
Yep.
Like, bruh, get the fuck out of here. Like they.
Do you know, I don't even like with the whole sim character stuff. I would literally just have my fucking cowboy Arthur Morgan putting on different fucking hats for 2-3 fucking hours. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and I felt legit really bad when he died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though I saw it coming from coming a while, I was like, he's probably got, some health issues going on. But yeah, I felt sad.
He died from health issue, and it wasn't like a fucking bullet or somebody like seeking revenge.
No.
Dude, you haven't played it.
Yeah.
Blue?
Oh shit,
No.
bruh.
Oh, dude.
It's one of the greatest games ever made.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I don't know. I played Batman Arkham. No.
It's better than Batman Arkham.
I'm fucking around.
Yeah.
Do you remember like fucking? Sorry, now we're going down on Red Dead Redemption 2. Do you remember like you would like fucking grow your beard out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then sometimes you get a fucking shave. You know what I mean? And then that one hooker would hook you up. Your friendships in the camp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They were the shit.
Fucking Dutch.
Wasn't there also like horse physics? Like, couldn't you have like
Yes.
your horse have a big slong?
And just like
Oh,
And, like,
whoa.
And so what was funny is like running around on these fucking horses, and then like you thinking that there was like anti-collision physics where like the horses just go around a tree. No, like you would ran smack dab into the fucking tree, and the fucking sound it made was so humiliating to me. Every single time I did it, I was like, I just fucking fucked myself up and maybe killed my horse.
Well,
Made it.
do you remember the fucking perfect pelt shit and how you would
Yes.
fucking hunt for legendary animals and fucking you don't want to use this gun on them because you want to get the perfect pelt, and let me use the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on. Get out of here.
I mean, yeah, just saying they had laser swords, I guess. I'm just saying, laser swords.
Red Dead. Fuck me. God damn it, I might replay that game again. Oh, y'all got me fucking.
Yeah, the game was, especially because I had the Red Dead Redemption Online,
Yeah,
which is really good too. Which Jedi Fallen, whatever. None of those games have any online component to them.
yeah, man. Goddamn Red Dead.
Oh no, you got a pocket, bro. I'm just saying. Making me. The more I think about it, the more angry I am with
You
you.
don't play the game.
We're
'cause
explaining
y'all-
why it's a better game.
Well, but you haven't sampled either one.
Hey, bro,
No,
but did
you've
you
only
notice how
played
like for
one
the past 5 minutes you didn't say shit?
Yeah, I'm aware.
You know why you
Exactly.
didn't say
Well, no,
shit?
because I have both of you. I have to fight both of you about a game that we have all played, and I'm the only one that's played Jedi Survivor. So
I'm not shitting on that
what
game.
I say about anything I say about the game, you guys can't empathize because you haven't fucking played it. So there's nothing I say you two are going to be like, oh yeah, I remember that. No, you haven't played it. So there's not going to be any kind of common ground.
That's so dumb.
So there's nothing for me to say.
We can revisit this when we can go back and play the game and see. Oh, this isn't Red Dead. We'll play it for like 2 hours and be like,
Yeah. It's like I never had gonorrhea, but I know it burns. I'm just saying.
Oh, is that what Usher was thinking about when he said "Let It Burn"?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm not saying the game is gonorrhea, but I just know it's not better than Red Dead.
Mm-mm. All right. Where else we going? Oh, what did we? You were saying, Kronos, that you watched finally the Suicide Squad Isekai or whatever.
Yes. Oh my.
Oh
goodness.
yeah, that's right.
This fucking show
I
is
catch back up on it.
low key one of my most enjoyable shows to watch. I don't know when the fuck it comes out. Every day I'm like trying to check on on Max to see like when the fuck it comes out. And there's actually a glitch with Max for some reason on my Fire TV where like every single time I try to watch the show, it puts me back in episode 1. But whatever,
What?
It's fucking weird. But it's a really enjoyable show. Like just imagine the Suicide Squad going to like a magical fantasy world where there's magic and fucking orcs and shit, and it's ridiculous. And for some reason, Clayface is fucking Michael Jackson.
He's like, I told you he looks like homeboy from Demon Slayer.
Yes, it's
Or
Michael
homegirl.
Jackson.
I don't know. I'm not sure what he is.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm all in for it though, and the dude's he's hilarious. There's like one of the episodes is like a really heavy reference to the Terminator, which is ridiculous. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. It's not the perfect show, but it's silly bullshit. It's fun. I didn't think that it was gonna work, but it really does with the Suicide Squad. So like them trying to figure out like what I don't want to get that part away, but like basically there's like things in the world that they don't understand like the mechanics of it, and like them trying to figure out like the mechanics of the world is
like
a lot of
magic
fun.
Works.
Yeah, like how magic works, like what they can do in the world, and like the fact that there's magic users that can like fuck them up it's fucking fun.
Dude, I've only watched the first episode, and like even with the guy with the paper bag over his head, I was like, who the fuck is that? But
Oh,
like the announcement of the characters was just fucking perfect. Like I didn't I mean you know Harley Quinn and you knew like such and such, but like who the hell is this pretty boy? Like he looks like Michael Jackson. All of a sudden it says it's Clayface. And he like
Yeah,
his face busts out. He's all like muddy face and stuff like that. And then like the guy in the paper bag is Peacemaker. Peacemaker's in here, and like I was like I don't know who the person in the paper bag was. I think King Shark's in it, and he's just eating motherfuckers like it's the hometown buffet.
Yeah, King Shark is fucking violent, like immediately, like just eating whole people. I was just like, bruh.
Like there's like after like they get attacked, you just see him like walking toward like the group dragging bodies and like slowly eating them like he's eating popcorn.
Yeah, I was surprised on like him eating people.
Yeah, this is rated TV MA, and it doesn't say when new episodes drop. Like usually it'll say it in like the details, but
yeah,
it's not in here.
It's been random. I just check every couple days, or actually pretty much every day. I didn't check today though, but maybe it comes out today. Maybe that's why I don't notice. But yeah, it's enjoyable.
I'm still just on the first episode, but like the scene where the Joker's like driving the car, but it's like a fucking piano. I was like,
yeah,
how does that fucking work?
I don't know.
I was all kind of confused.
It was fun though.
But yeah, right now they're up to episode 8.
Yeah. How do you spell Isekai?
Isekai.
Oh, it's just
Isekai, which
one,
means
it's one
that
S.
it's where one person gets transported to another world that's not their own.
It's kind of like Lit RPG, but not really.
Yeah.
They don't have stats. So.
And the anime is like the artwork is really well done as well. I wonder what studio.
I think it's A1. I want to say it's A1 Studio.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I think I looked this up last time.
Let's see.
But you started watching My Adventure with Superman, right?
Yes. So that show is surprisingly good.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I only watched one episode so far, and I was surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, it gets really good, especially like this season.
Season 2 is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that people were just mad about like the artwork maybe and like some of the art directions of it, but the shit worked.
They were mad about the Sailor Moon change, which happens once and only once.
I don't give a fuck about that.
But it was hard Sailor Moon though.
It was.
Wait till you get to it, you'll be like, yeah, that's Sailor Moon.
I mean, still, it was the first episode was fun. It was cool to see. Honestly, the animation is really good.
Yeah, I think the same animation studio is the ones that do Voltron on Netflix.
Ah, okay.
Let me double check.
Is this the Superman? I haven't watched it yet, but is this the one that's more focused on Lois and less on Clark?
No, I mean Lois is in it, but yeah, it's about. I mean, she's definitely like one of the. She's not the main character, but she's up there. She's
It focuses more on the three of them.
Yeah.
So it's basically Clark, Jimmy and Lois. They're like a trifecta team.
You know what? That's this. I realize the reasons why people probably didn't like this is because Jimmy seems sort of homosexual. So
And black. If you forget
he's
about
black.
that, black.
Yeah.
So
and
does,
Perry's black too.
does he like have an actual boyfriend, love interest, or is it just
I mean,
He's not gay. He's not.
He's not gay. Okay. He's just
Yeah,
he has like
You will
season
see. You will see
you
why.
learn.
okay.
Yeah, you learn pretty hardcore that.
Well, he
I mean,
has,
you
like-
might have
Go ahead.
you might have seen memes of Jimmy and Lois with broken hips.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's just funny.
Wait. Hold on. Are you alluding to Lois throwing that thing in a circle?
Well, no, it's just some memes somebody dropped.
Mm.
Wait a minute. You should have led with that. I might have to start watching now.
It is worth watching. It is
Okay.
really
Yeah.
worth watching.
And the story's really good. And like some of the characters have changed. Like Firefly is a woman. There's a couple of other characters, and we in like season 2 we get introduced to Lex, and like he's not
younger.
the billionaire type, but like
He's a college guy. He's a college
yeah,
kid. He's a tech bro, college kind of kid. And
he's still an effing genius.
Yeah. What was it? Not Heatwave. Heatwave's female. Heatwave is basically Zarya with a flamethrower. And who else got swapped? There's I know. Well, Slade Wilson plays a pretty big role. I mean, he's
I'll probably hate
he's-
Slade in this.
yeah. I mean,
I heard
he
has
is a
two
villain.
eyes.
You heard
Huh?
what?
I heard he has 2 eyes.
Yeah, he's not damaged yet because Lois, Clark, and Jimmy are not reporters; they're interns.
Yeah, this is all
literally-
like
it's their first job,
yeah.
so it's still early in their like story.
Yeah.
And
I said
like-
it before. Superman's father from Krypton. He looks like that. Not
Slade,
Deadshot. Slade.
Slade, yeah,
He's even got one eye.
yeah. So it's very early on. It's literally starts with Clark and Jimmy and Lois landing their internships at the planet.
Yeah.
And so it's them trying to prove to themselves to veteran reporters that they can get paid, pretty much.
Yeah, and
So-
it's like, and it's so early on that like Clark is still trying to figure out how to like be gentle with everything and like how to hide his powers, and he still has a problem with like his strength and his speed, and like he hasn't even unlocked all his powers yet in the first episode.
All right.
So yeah,
that's interesting.
the studio that does the animation is Studio Mir, MIR,
Okay, yeah.
and they do Legend of Korra, they do
Yeah.
Adventure of Superman, they did the
Oh.
the 4th season of Boondocks,
Oh,
Voltron Legendary Defenders.
Oh, that's
They
why.
actually did X-Men 87 as well.
Oh shit.
So
Oh, shit.
yeah,
That's high quality.
I will say this: season 2, even though it continues the story, the path it takes is way darker than the first season.
mhm.
So I was kind of surprised by that. They have more compelling story, but they still try to keep the heart of their story like about their relationship between the three of them. But it goes dark pretty quick. So
We
I was
do
actually
introduce-
surprised by that.
we get introduced to Gotham. We know that Gotham is in this
Mm.
area, and we know it's a flight away because Superman mentioned that he'll come and see Lois, and it would just be a quick little sip over to go see her. So it isn't
Well-
like Batman versus Superman where Gotham is right over the water.
Oh
fucking
yeah,
San
the
Francisco, and
harbor
Oakland.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this one, we actually get like Gothamites that come to Metropolis.
Yeah.
So, in both seasons. So,
Good. I'm gonna have to give it a fucking shot, man. I need a new animated series.
It's
Yeah, so
definitely worth
before-
a watch.
I know somebody asked us in the chat if I watch a new Batman the Cape Crusader on
yeah, the
Amazon.
Warrior fellow.
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I haven't had a chance. I started watching it, but it was like real late. And I was like, no, I need to like focus on this. I can't be like falling asleep watching this. But I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Oh, I heard people fucking throw nothing but vitriol because one of Batman's rogues
Villains, yeah, I heard
is
about
fucking
this.
gender swapped, and people lost their fucking minds.
I think that's
So-
someday people are going to get over like the whole gender swap thing, because as long as the character is, well done. Like, just don't let a single gender or race or ethnic swap. Cause I hate when they say race swap because they're still fucking human anyway. Like, don't let that shit immediately like put you off to something. They could still be a well written character, but sometimes it's not. I mean, sometimes they're shitty. There's like,
Yep.
that does happen. But I
Like
just,
the Ghostbusters.
yeah, that's a
Oh,
great
damn.
example.
Damn.
But yeah, just don't write the whole thing off until maybe you hear about it from like one of your friends that watched it or something like that. But there could be other. There's been plenty of
Good ones.
You know what I mean? I think at this point the scales are tipping more in the favor of good swaps than bad swaps. So.
One of my all-time favorite that had me fucking jaw on the floor, like I never thought about this, and it fucking worked, was in Enter the Spider-Verse with what's her name, Octavius, the
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Octopus, lady Dr. Octopus, or whatever you want to call her. She just fit right into that fucking movie, and she was still fucking badass and cool, you know. So
and nobody, there wasn't a huge backlash against that one.
Nope, nothing.
You know. Well,
So,
but also at the same time, it was in a show with a Black Spider-Man, so either you're in or out. So you know what I mean.
That's all bad. The only thing I haven't seen it yet. I've been meaning to. The only thing I kind of thought they would have did is because based off of the Court of Owls storyline, you learn a lot about the Cobblepots of old, and I think that they could have used one of Oswald's like relatives to be like they could have been the first Penguin, where the role would have been passed down to him or whatnot, because he has some relatives that were super fucked up and shady that did shit in like the early 1800s and the 1950s and shit. And like some of that shit, the Cobblepots tried to cover up to save face.
And just like all those Gothamites, you know, the old ones.
Yeah, so I think they could have used that, but instead they just gender flipped, which is fine. I haven't seen it yet. I'm just like, oh, this could have been, because after playing, especially Gotham Knights, like very quickly you learn like some of the history. Like his grandmother in the game is a fucking bitch. She's a fucking bitch. I'm just like, dude, they could just use her. She's a fucking little bitch.
What I love about fucking Batman lore and Gotham fucking lore is that there's just so, you know, that there's going to be layer after layer of fucking corruption. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big inch, and it's going to be like, holy shit, you were doing this kind of dirt? You were killing orphans? You know what I mean? Like,
and slave labor, shit like that.
In Batman Telltale games, they made the Penguin like skinny, like he was slim and like had like a bit. He almost was like Constantine a little bit, but like that threw me off. I was like, wait, no, Penguin's usually like some short, wobbly guy. Like this can't be the Penguin, but that character just fucking killed out of the park. I was like, okay, Penguin can be slim and be fucking like not suave, but like has a bit of a charisma to like sweet talk somebody into doing something. And the fact that him and Bruce Wayne went to school together and they were friends, and like the Waynes and the Cobblepots were like besties, like in the past. It just added an extra layer to the Penguin story.
I could have sworn there was a comic run where the Penguin was skinny, like he was like a slim dude for like somebody's run. I don't remember when that was, but I remember seeing shit like that. And then also in Gotham, the TV series, like Penguin's skinny. He just has a funny walk. He has a wobble, but like they made the Riddler like I guess bisexual. So,
what made the Penguin bisexual in Gotham?
Yeah,
it was the Penguin.
The other way around. So the Riddler, he had a girlfriend, and then Penguin, he had kind of a girl, but then he was in love with Enigma, which was pretty funny, but also at the same time, because his rejection, he ends up like murdering all kinds of people.
You got to remember that these characters are now, obviously now it's 2024. These characters are almost 100 years old, and so you're trying to refresh them. You're trying to do things to them. You know, just make them exciting. I'm all good with it. We all know these characters kind of inside and out. We've seen it throughout our lives, throughout our parents' lives. You know what I mean? So, you know, keep it weird. I do slightly prefer my Penguin fat and fucking ugly. You know what I mean? The Vito stuff. Yeah, exactly. But mix it up a little bit sometimes. I don't give a shit as long as it's
Yo,
fucking good.
it's crazy. There's a storyline where Batman or not Batman, Superman is tired of Batman shit basically, and he goes back in the past and he saves Bruce Wayne's parents from being killed in the alley, and he comes back to the future, and like he goes to Gotham and he's trying to like catch up on the news and see how things are going, and like crime rate in Gotham is plummet. Like there's almost no crime, but blue collar crime is out through the fucking roof, and so Superman goes on the cover. White collar, yeah, white collar crime is through the fucking roof. So Superman goes in disguise as Clark Kent to go look and see like what's going on, and he like goes to this luxury party where like this big thing is going down, and he meets Bruce Wayne, and like they're still friends, but then like we get to learn that Bruce Wayne now is a fucking crime syndicate of all of fucking Gotham. Like his parents dying in an alley changed his life to where he wanted to stop that from happening, but he grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he ran with like these other goth, like the Court of Owls basically got the grip on him, and so like he became like the biggest crime boss in Gotham, and there's nothing Superman could do because he's not like some petty thief where you can just see him doing a crime and like stop him, whatever. Like there's too much like red tape and stuff that Bruce Wayne is doing. So yeah, I just thought that was an interesting storyline.
Here's what I will say though. I never, and maybe I have to go back to my fucking Batman comics, but was Crime Alley always fucking Crime Alley, or was it Crime Alley after the Waynes got fucking killed?
It was always Crime Alley. I think it was always Crime Alley because he talks about his parents being killed in Crime Alley.
But okay, maybe don't walk through Crime Alley at 2 in the morning like that. Wow,
Oh, yeah. So there's a very good content creator where he takes the Super Friends comics, or I'm sorry, Super Friends series, and dubs them with like fucking hella fucking hood ass fucking dialogue. And there's one segment where Wonder Woman and Superman roast Batman about his parents walking down Crime Alley because they knew this was a shortcut, but they knew it was in a bad area. It was called Crime Alley for fucking Christ's sake. And they still walked down it, so they trolled the shit out of Batman about that shit. And Batman can't do shit against them because they would fuck him up. It's so fucking funny.
Hey, I think Batman's dad was trying to buy some coke.
Yeah,
I think probably was.
Damn.
Plot twist.
Damn.
There you go.
And the actual name of Crime Alley is actually Park Row.
Okay, but everybody calls it Crime Alley, though.
Yeah, everybody calls it Crime Alley. So if you ever heard a trivia and they ask you, what's the real name of Crime Alley? Bam.
Park Row. All
So
right.
what if Thomas Wayne was trying to get cocaine for Martha?
Oh,
That's a possibility, too.
God damn.
Maybe he's trying to buy them rhino dick pills.
Yeah.
Back before they were legal.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You do got to go to Crime Alley, man. You didn't have gas stations right on every block for those. You know what I mean?
Well, the problem is that they weren't. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what story you're reading, because one story, like they were watching a play and they went out the back door, and like I guess the back door led out to Crime Alley. But there's other ones where they leave the front of the theater after watching a movie. I think they watch what's his name?
Zorro.
Well, some stories is Zorro, some one of them it's somebody else. But yeah, they walk out of the theater and they cross the street and then walk down Crime Alley. So I guess it all depends on who's writing the story of how they ended up in Crime Alley.
I love it. All right, y'all wanna wrap it for tonight?
No matter to me.
I think so. I think is there anything else you want to talk about?
It's getting about that time. Hitting that mark.
Late, yeah.
Yeah, that's getting late. Mm-hmm. Blue, what you got this week? God damn it.
Oh shit! Sorry. Let's see. What am I doing?
Old and yawning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started doing intermittent fasting. I actually started last week. And it's funny because so I'm doing what's called the 16-8, where you fast for 16 hours and you have like an 8-hour window to eat. And usually you just end up skipping breakfast. That's what I'm doing. And like I'll have lunch at 12:30, and like I can't eat, or I eat until like 8:30. and then I stop and start fasting again. But it's funny because they should call it the broke man's diet because that's basically what it is. Like if you back in the day, like
on food.
they do save a lot of money because you're not buying breakfast. But yeah, like it's so far, it's. I mean, the first couple of days was hard. Like I was definitely super hungry. Just because I got accustomed of eating breakfast.
Hungry
at
with
work.
an O, y'all. Hungry
Yeah,
with
hungry.
an
Hungry.
But yeah, like today, like I wasn't hungry until like it got closer to lunch, and I was like, you know what, it's time to eat. But like, yeah, I'm definitely like drinking more water and just trying to shut off a couple of pounds, nothing crazy. But stuff you should know actually, they actually dropped an episode about intermittent fasting,
O. Oh.
which is really good. It was a really cool listen because I kind of got me like let me just do it and see how it goes. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I haven't weighed myself. I'm trying to weigh myself weekly to see how things are going. But other than that, this weekend we are on Sunday. My family. I forgot I have a family now because I have a son and a
Damn.
beautiful wife.
And he's
Blue
like,
just threw everybody out the window. So
and he's not even a baby. I mean, what the fuck, bro?
I know he's like, dude, he's talking and pooping whenever he wants. Like he told me to shut up because I wasn't funny.
Like Lily did.
Yeah, exactly. Like her.
Damn.
Anyway, so there's a event happening in San Francisco at the Presidio Park that the Sweden San Francisco do. It's like an Aztec thing, I think. I can't think what it is off the top of my head, but we're doing that this Sunday as a family. Going to go check that out.
Be prepared
that,
for it to be busy because the radio stations are advertising about that. So.
Oh really? Oh, man.
Yeah, just expect a lot of people.
Well, it's cool. They do picnic in the park at the Presidio on Sundays too, where they have like food trucks and vendors there, and it's a lot of fun for the family. Like this giant, it's over by the Walt Disney Museum, and it's just like an open field, like open grass field. They have like chairs and benches up. You can bring out like your like tent umbrella or something like that, and just have a good time with your family. So it's definitely a event I would recommend people check out if they have a chance. But other than that, work is definitely keeping me busy. My manager is on military leave right now. He's going to be gone for 2 weeks, so I'm kind of holding down the fort here and in Redmond, Seattle. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of days, but hopefully he comes back. Give him his work back.
All right.
And I'm going to watch Batman Cape Crusader.
There you go. Well, Ninja, what you got?
So I'm like rearranging my room. So it's a multi-level process. There's a lot of shit that I realized that.
Wait, multi-level marketing? You got a pyramid scheme going on? What's going on?
No comment. But
let's be on top then at the bottom.
Yeah. I plan on watching Borderlands on like Monday.
I'm gonna watch it
on Friday.
I'm gonna watch it on Saturday. So
yeah, so I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna wait till Monday. I'm going in kind of like whatever about it. It's not like, oh, I have to see this. I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna use I'm probably gonna see it for free. I have a bunch of credits, so I can just fucking use my credits to see this for free, and I can still get concessions. So just spend a free night. I'm probably gonna see it with some family because I think they want to take the kids to see it. So, but I believe it's an R-rated film if I'm not mistaken. But whatever. We just took them to Deadpool and Wolverine, so I think this should be fine. So I'm gonna check that out. Reading some shit here. I'm still playing the first Fuda, even though I beat the game. I'm doing some of the end-game content, but I want to start playing Immortals of Avium because it's on Game Pass right now.
That game is surprisingly good. I've said it from when I first played it when it first came out. It's a good game.
Yeah, I have a bunch of games that I downloaded, just never started, like that one and Hi-Fi Rush. I still gotta crack these fucking Resident Evil games before Part 9 comes out next year or whatever. So,
how many RE games you got?
So I beat 2 and 3. I gotta play 7, 8, and 4. I bought the 4 remake. I have the 4. I have the 4 still in cellophane. Gotcha. But I'm kind of. We talked about this every now and then. I don't think any of us have played it, but the Cyberpunk DLC, it's only like $30, and I think it might be on sale now. But I'm interested in playing it, but I can wait. It's not like a super high priority right now, but I'm very interested in playing it. I guess there's new features and shit that you can do, but it sounds pretty cool. But yeah, I gotta break into this backlog of games. I don't plan on buying. I plan on buying Outlaws, but that's not until the end of the month. I got some personal shit I gotta take care of on my end, but just trying to keep a low profile. Just doing a lot of gaming, and maybe finally start Shogun.
There you go. Cronus, what you got?
Sorry, I was trying to look up Borderlands and 40X because 40X is like my shit apparently now. Damn, there was something I wanted to say. Oh, about fasting. So I've been fasting for like longer than Riley's been alive. So like more than 7 years. So yeah, I recommend it if y'all are trying to maintain or lose some weight. Fasting is a shit. My eating window is like kind of less than what Blue is. There's some days where I only eat one meal a day, and I'm fine. So my usual window is between like 3 and 8 o'clock. So or 3:30 and 8 o'clock really. That's my eating window. And it works good. After you get used to it, you're fucking fine. I did want to talk about the VP pick for Kamala Harris, but I guess we'll wait until next week because Tim Walz seemed like a pretty decent choice. I knew nothing about this guy up until he was picked, and then everything that I'm seeing now seems like good so far. I mean, he could have some skeletons in his closet, but
I saw that side eye right there.
yeah, I mean, you
those of you
don't
for
know.
those of you who are listening via audio.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. This guy could, be doing some foul shit, but
you never know.
Seems like a decent dude so far. He's the governor of Minnesota, which, and it was during the time of George Floyd, so there's going to be some controversy there. But beyond that, he seems like a decent guy. Other than that, I'm going to go watch Borderlands this weekend. My birthday's coming up, turning 45. Looking forward to enjoying it with Mishka and Prodigy and my brother and, other folks that are going to be around. I think it's going to be a fun night. And it's the first time that me and Mishka have gotten to enjoy our birthdays together in like 5 fucking years.
God damn.
At least 5.
Damn.
And it used to be like a yearly thing.
Sure did.
Yeah, it was like it was a Ben had event that we had.
It was so funny. What was so funny is people that like usually don't drink a lot, they would plan to get fucked up. They would like fucking prep just to get fucked up for that weekend or that day.
Yeah,
it was so fucking hilarious.
So much.
They
fun.
were like, "Oh, hella water, working out. They're this weekend we're getting fucked up. I gotta be ready." I was
it one of the events when I brought the habanero tequila?
I think so.
Oh, shit, I remember that shit.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh my god, dude! So many people hated me, mainly Kara and his sister.
Oh, Kara. Yeah,
Right, wife.
Fuck, I missed like hanging out with I think the Ben had years were some of the best years of my fucking life. Like seriously,
they were fun times.
Yeah, that's when I met that's when I met Old Ninja. So
yeah,
during the Ben had years.
We're gonna plan this fucking Vegas thing, man. I'm dead. I know we've all gone separately with different events and different people. We need to plan some Vegas shit.
Yeah, for real. I mean, like, dude, I had so much fun. Like, even though the last time I went was when I went to Papa Bear's retirement, and I stayed at a really shitty hotel. But I still had don't go to Arizona Charlie's in Vegas. Don't stay there.
God dang.
But
never even heard of that.
Yeah, I'm only telling you so you don't go there.
I like
it. Wait.
Yeah,
there we go.
It's like that's the worst hotel I've stayed in a very long time, since I was like poor. So, but yeah, Vegas is still a lot of fun. Yeah, I do look forward to. We need to do. You know what we need to do? It's just called the Ben Hat Trip, and we all the old folks. We just bring up. We're all coming out. We're all gonna go fucking do it.
Come on,
yeah, that's wild shit. Where's Cake Man? Is he still in the chat?
He's still in there?
I can't tell.
No, I think he went to sleep. Yeah, I think he went to sleep.
It's getting late. Let me say this for me. Fucking this weekend, goddammit. I'm actually Cronus. I may try to borrow. You still got that head trimmer?
I do. I have to make sure that it's in working order because it's been outside for a while. But yeah, I can because I'm getting some penetrating oil. Because I have some I have some C stuff in the house.
Okay.
But yeah, like the hoses got stuck on the fucking faucet, so I need to like. So yeah, if it is like seized, then I'll fix it. So yeah, I can.
Okay.
If it isn't working, then I'll get it working, and then you can borrow it.
Cool. Other than
You can
that,
borrow mine's. Mine's is I keep mine inside the house.
It's only 500 miles away.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be right up there, Blue. Yeah, I ain't doing shit other than I'm gonna keep working on my fucking Baldur's Gate shit. I love this fucking she devil character,
Hey,
Carla.
Domino's asking, did you fuck the bear yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I-
what's this? I keep hearing about the bear.
Look, I'm just gonna say I'm not alone in the bear fucking community. You know, word to be a bear. Apparently,
Oh my god.
Baldur's Gate, the actual studio that made it, Larian Studio, whatever the fuck it is, they said well over 200,000 players, and they keep fucking track, have fucked these bears. So, you know what I mean? I found my fucking tribe, goddammit. You know what I mean?
Oh Jesus.
You want to know? You want to know a secret? Every game, every studio that makes an RPG, they keep stats on what players do.
Mhm.
100%. Like who gets the most relationship, what class people pick the most, all that shit. They keep 100% stats on all that shit.
Which furry cheeks you clap? I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? All
You
right.
gotta know what the people like.
Mm-hmm.
Take us out, old ninja.
All right. With all this bear fucking, you just experienced Black and Black Times Divinity, the dankest podcast on the interwebs. Check us out anywhere and everywhere with BthanBTI. It's BthanBTI. Anywhere you consume your podcast. If you're listening to us via audio, know that we go live every Wednesday, 8:30 Pacific-ish time. Ish being the emphasis. You can see us live on YouTube when we go, or on Twitch as well. We stream simultaneously. You can check out our official website, bithatproductions.com/BthanBTI. You can email us at BthanBTI@gmail.com, or you can reach out on the various social medias. We're not on True Social, though. Just
Maybe we should be though.
I
No,
don't feel like going.
no.
Yeah, I don't want to see like a lot of emails that start with the N word.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless they're Queen of Spades, then maybe.
Oh, damn.
No, then I mean you still can use the N word. I mean,
Yes.
I mean,
We're
that's
not
Queen
doing
of
this.
Spades is not a pass.
There you go on that.
Yeah, we're not doing
Mhm.
this.
I go down a rabbit hole again.
Yeah.
Arthur Morgan is the GOAT. Play Red
uh,
Dead.
Yeah.